So I've been making videos for a while now, and the part that always takes the longest is simply setting up all the gear. The tripod, the lights, the audio. Before you even hit record, you're already wore out. So after being frustrated enough times, I decided to build this, my entire YouTube studio setup, all on one rolling stand. From here, I can record talking head YouTube videos, and let's say I want to change up my background, all I gotta do is move the stand, and in a matter of a few seconds, I have a completely new looking shot without having to disassemble and reassemble all my gear. Now I've seen a few creators build setups like this, but a lot of those videos are older, and with the gear that's available now, I think we can do a better job. I'll admit this setup isn't cheap, but it is absolutely worth it if you want to make filming a lot easier. So let's start off with the foundation of this whole setup, the rolling stand. This is the Impact rolling stand, and it costs around $150. It's definitely not cheap, but it is heavy duty, and because this is going to be holding all of our gear, we're going to want something solid. I've had this one for a few years now, and it's held up great. This has wheels so you can move your entire setup around, and it has a pretty small footprint, so if you are working in a tight space, it's going to be helpful for that. It's also height adjustable, so you can dial in your camera and your framing or where you want to rig your lights all very easily. I also recommend adding sandbags to the base of this rolling stand because once we start putting on our lights and cameras, everything can get a little bit top heavy. These come in a pack of 4, but you only really need 1 or 2 at the base of this rolling stand. And by the way, I'll link all the gear that I mentioned in this video down in the description down below if you want to check those out. Next up is lighting, and most people when they're building their rolling stands use a softbox, which does give a very flattering light, but they're also very big and bulky. And for my setup, I wanted something a little bit slimmer. So I decided to go with the Amaran Verge Max, and what I like about this light is it's super lightweight, and it's also easy to mount onto the rolling stand. So this gives not only very soft, flattering light right out of the box, but it's also in a very compact form factor. And this just keeps things really simple and easy to move around. This light also gets just as bright at 60 watts, and I often only use it at around 2 or 3% for most setups. And it's also a bi-color light, so you can really fine tune depending on your setup. Now the Amaran Verge Max is a desk light, so that's how I often use it for my setups, but you can use it on a normal rolling stand. And to do that, you do need a light stand mount adapter in order to attach the Verge Max onto our rolling stand. And now we can slide on the Amaran Verge Max. Another cool thing about this light is you can power it through USB-C, so instead of plugging it into the wall and having to deal with this big cord as you move across your room, you can actually just power this through a simple USB-C bank, or in my case, I'll be using the SmallRig V-mount battery to power our light. Now we need some way to attach the battery to our rolling stand so it all moves together. I'm actually just using this V-mount strap that I found in some of my other gear. All I gotta do is wrap it around, secure it, and then I can slide in my V-mount battery nice and secure. Now if you can't find something like this, I'll leave a link to this V-mount clamp that should do the job just as well. From there, it's pretty simple. All I gotta do is run a USB-C cable from the battery to the light, and now I have this portable light that delivers this really soft quality light in extremely small form factor. Now to mount our camera to the stand, we're gonna want something really sturdy. We don't wanna go cheap with a friction arm that will loosen over time, and believe me, I tried it, it does not work, it's a nightmare. So instead, I'm using an Impact super clamp, which is super solid, pun intended, and I can just clamp that directly to the stand itself. Then we're gonna need an extension arm, which is going to slide directly into this super clamp. This should also have a spigot included that we can attach to the extension arm, and this gives us tripod threads so we can add in our own ball head that we then can attach our camera to. So not only is this camera mount setup extremely sturdy, but also gives us plenty of adjustments. If we want to adjust the angle of the camera, we can do that all with the ball head and mounting this clamp. Plus this ball head actually allows you to rotate the camera, so if you plan on doing vertical filming for shorts or social media content, within a few seconds, you can just unloosen this ball head and now you have a vertical filming setup. Now, before we talk about audio, I want to share a little bit of our process when it comes to recording remote interviews, podcasts, and even streaming. And there's one tool that we use for all of that, and that is Riverside. Riverside is an online platform that lets you record high quality video and audio, whether you are filming solo or with remote guests. And one of the biggest reasons that we use Riverside is that it records everything locally on each person's device. So even if your Wi-Fi glitches out, your footage is still clean and high quality. There's no lag or dropped audio, so you don't have to redo everything. They also support 4K video recording, which means if you're doing a setup like this, you can still capture full quality video. And once you're finished recording, you can actually edit your video inside Riverside. You can trim mistakes, remove filler words, and generate captions using their built-in tools. You can even repurpose your content by creating vertical clips for shorts, reels, or TikTok in just a few clicks. So instead of recording in one place and editing in another, this is kind of like having your entire workflow in one platform. And just like everything here is built to make filming faster and easier, Riverside helps streamline everything. So if you want to try Riverside for yourself, you can check out the link in the description down below and use the code ThinkMedia to get 1 month free of their pro plan. Next up, we need to think about the audio quality, and there's a couple different solutions for this. Number one is probably the simplest, and that is using a wireless mic. You just plug the receiver into the camera and then clip the wireless microphone onto your shirt. And that is great if you plan on moving around a lot, especially if you get further away from the camera. But one thing I want to do for my setup is I didn't want to have to worry about charging a wireless mic or anything like that. So instead, I'm going to be mounting a little shotgun mic to this setup. So in order to do this, we're going to need a couple of different accessories in order to mount our microphone to the stand. First of which, we're going to need this impact in-jaw vice grip, and this will allow us to mount our microphone basically anywhere on this center column, and then we can mount it really securely with this little handle. Now these come in a bunch of different sizes. I believe I have the smaller 2-inch version to keep everything portable. We could also go with the 6-inch if you want a little bit more mounting flexibility. From there, we're going to mount this grip head onto that vice grip. And then we're going to need this cheap microphone boom arm. You can typically find these on Amazon for around $20. We want to remove that desk clamp that comes included, and this will allow us to slot in directly into the grip head. Just give it a big twist and that will mount it nice and securely to the stand. On the other end of the microphone arm, we can attach our microphone of choice. I've been really liking the Rode VideoMic Go 2. I think it sounds great. It's around $100. For the price, I think it sounds wonderful. Plus, we don't have to worry about any batteries with this microphone, which is awesome. Then you just want to make sure you are placing the microphone in the best position, and that is bringing it as close as you can without it being in the camera frame. So my microphone is just literally out of frame, and this allows me to get much more rich audio. I'll have less background noise when we get the microphone in the right position. And then to connect the microphone to your camera, I'm using a simple 3.5mm cable that runs directly into the camera. Cool thing about this microphone is there's actually a USB-C port as well. So if you do use your smartphone to record videos, all you gotta do is run a USB-C cable to your phone and you'll also have great audio with this setup. Which brings me to one of the coolest parts of this setup is the fact that you can literally use any camera with this setup and it's going to look and sound great. We have good lighting, a good microphone, all on really heavy duty stands. So no matter which camera you use, it is automatically going to improve the look and sound of your videos. As far as the camera that I'm using for this setup, I went with the Canon R50V. I really like the colors, the 4K crisp video you get from this camera. It's also pretty affordable at around $600 for the body only. Now the lens that I'm using with this camera is the Sigma 16mm f1.4. I think this is one of the best lenses if you are doing YouTube talking head videos because you still have a nice wide angle, but you're also close enough so you can adjust things like your settings, your record buttons. But the main point is this works with whatever you already have, whether it is a smartphone or using a fancy mirrorless camera. But I absolutely love the fact that if I ever want to change my camera angle, rather than moving 15 different things for my setup, all I gotta do is just move this one stand, roll it around a little bit, and there we go. I have a slightly new angle, which is super cool. Now pricing for this entire setup costs around $800 to $900, which is definitely not cheap, but this will certainly help you film faster and more consistently. And for some of you, including myself, it is absolutely worth it. And if you are serious about growing on YouTube this year, I would encourage you to take this free 2-minute quiz that gives you a clear plan to grow your YouTube channel specifically for your type of YouTube channel. You can scan the QR code or go to mycreatorquiz.com. And if you want to see another setup that I built for YouTube setups that help streamline your process, check out this video on screen and I'll catch you in the next one.